Before we start the video, I want you to subscribe to the best Telegram channel at the first link in the description, where we show our earnings on cryptocurrencies, and not only. Our capital that we manage is more than $3 million. Thanks for subscribing. Also in the description is a links to verified exchangers when you register, on which you get a welcome bonus from me. Let's get to the video. Well, the year 2022 is coming to an end. To say that this year was the worst for crypto is nothing to say. Those who have been actively following all crypto events are probably happy that 2022 is finally coming to an end. After all, it's been quite a year, especially for those who bought Bitcoin at $6,000, Ether at $4,000, and Solana at $200. The year 2022 was packed with a huge number of different events. True, most of them were negative. The collapse of Terra and FTX are worth a lot. But even in the FTX story there is a Christmas miracle, because our curly-haired friend was sent home to his parents for the winter vacations, straight from a filthy prison. Curly did manage to get himself released on $250 million bail. Except he didn't pay a dime. Bail was his house, in which he now rests comfortably. Of course, I'm not a realtor, but I wouldn't say it's worth $250 million. And the only way they'll take it away is if Sam violates the terms of the court. Of course, we'll make a separate video on this topic, but today let's try to relax a little, breathe out, and remember with a smile on our faces all the highlights of this year. Let's summarize and see what was good and bad. In numbers and statistics, we will not particularly delve into. I think you, like me, probably already tired of it. Let's just make a cup of tea, talk, remember the old days, and begin to gather strength for next year. After all, who knows what's next for us? Throughout this year, we've always stayed in touch, worked hard to make only the most relevant videos for you, and scaled up every day, thanks to your support. So, the best New Year's gift from you will of course be to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Please make this Christmas gift for us, it is very important. Unfortunately, this is the last video this year, but not the last on this channel. Because next year, we will not sit back, and will improve as much as possible and make you our videos just cooler. So, everyone, thank you sincerely for your support. Let's get started. Hi everyone, it's good to see you in this New Year's Eve edition on the Cryptanic channel. As I said at the beginning, no new videos will be released until the end of the year. But crypto clearly is not going to stand still. So be sure to follow the link in the description and subscribe to our Telegram channel. There we are 24/7 in touch and keep you informed about all the most actual events from the world of crypto, on which you can earn money, of course. So, let's take a look back at how this year started out in a good mood. I am referring to crypto market capitalization and Bitcoin value, because it will be much easier to summarize and find out how much we have lost or may have gained. It all started quite well, because 2022 started with a total capitalization of $2.3 billion. It was a small fall after the November peak, and we all thought that soon the market will return to its previous values and continue to grow. Bitcoin also didn't stay away and was more or less stable at the beginning of this year. This was followed by the famous buzz about the price of $100,000 by the end of the year. But unfortunately, January was closed at -16%. The rest of crypto showed similar numbers, but we got a good recovery in February. In general, the beginning of the year was remembered by a crazy boom of a completely new direction, which was born right in front of our eyes. And these are the very same NFT tokens. You remember thousands of different images, GIFs, short videos. Everybody heard about that, even those who weren't interested in crypto. The bright representatives became artists who began to actively create hundreds of various collections every day and put them online in a hope to get the coveted Ether, which cost $4,000. At the beginning of the year, the NFT market was estimated at $25 billion. And, just at that time, those famous monkeys and crypto punks were created, costing a good apartment. When ordinary guys found out that by selling NFTs you could make millions, every other guy started posting thousands of pictures from the internet to OpenSea. Of course, through the Polygon network, because nobody wanted to pay an extra $100 for Ether gas. And thus, the market capitalization of NFT at the end of January was more than $30 billion. With the development of NFT, there appeared blockchain games with a famous slogan, "Play and earn money." These games also attracted a lot of attention from people. After all, you could just play an ordinary farm on your phone and get real money for it. Well, at least that is what the developers themselves claimed. Famous games were Axie Infinity, a separate Matterworld, Decentraland, and Sandbox. By the way, the Matterworld and Web 3.0 have also become a cult of early 2022. In fact, even Zuckerberg himself became so actively interested in this trend that he even changed the name of his company Facebook to Meta. But, as practice has shown, he made the biggest mistake when he completely changed the direction of his company. Because Meta's stock dropped 64% in 1 year, and that's a crazy loss for such a company. So people quickly got tired of play to earn, and then they came up with a very interesting project with a different slogan, "Walk and Earn," which was called Steppen. It is worth noting that it was one of the most famous projects of this year. The application Steppen was downloaded by everyone, but only the most courageous started to play it. After all, to get money for steps, it was necessary to buy the same NFT sneakers, which at that time cost a pair of Solana, which was more than $200. Now, they cost the Solanas, too, but in terms of dollars, the money is way off. Sneaker inflation works out, and the GIM coin isn't worth anything anymore. We have made many videos about Steppen, and in each of them we have said that it is a 1-minute project and will close as soon as people stop playing. And, starting in May, we actively promoted GIMT. Now, no one gets money for steps anymore. The project is deflated, but everything is as we said in our videos. In general, thanks to the NFT, this year has developed a huge number of scam projects. And, would you know, how many of these offices with the money button write us an email to advertise them? But, as you may have noticed, there are no such projects on this channel. We advertise and advise only what we use ourselves. And one such product is our subscription, which has been successfully working for 6 months and bringing profit to participants. Participants have made over 100 profitable deals on various coins during the subscription period. At the end of the year, they also won't be left without a gift. In fact, they got profit thanks to 10% growth of Luna, on which the analytics was provided. Subscription is not only an opportunity to earn on crypto, but first of all it is a support for our channel. Therefore, we thank each member for trusting us and helping to develop the channel. And if you also would like to join the subscription, follow the link in the description and get a New Year's discount and start earning today. Besides all these NFT toys, there were more serious events that brought crypto market to the state it is in now. I mean the record level of inflation in the USA, which started actively growing in April. And that's when we met the guys from the Fed, and a lot of people learned about such a thing as the interest rate. In fact, when Powell announced about 0.5 increase at the beginning of May, Bitcoin lost $10 and reached a new low. Though earlier crypto investors didn't pay attention to what Fed said, but now the interest rates are an integral part of crypto market. But Bitcoin wouldn't have fallen to such a low level if it weren't for another significant event for crypto. And that, of course, is the Terra Luna crash in May. Perhaps such a massive scam from the king of stablecoin, Do Kwon, was one of the first to be felt by anyone. After all, the cryptocurrency market lost more than $60 billion after the USDC and the Luna coin crashed, and that's with the lowest valuations. In addition, Terra Luna triggered a domino effect when various cryptocurrency lenders began to go bankrupt. The most famous bankrupt was Celsius, which accumulated more than $40 billion of debts due to the Bitcoin fall. And, of course, until today, has not paid a penny to anyone. The summer started with Bitcoin falling to a new low of $17,000. And all because inflation in the USA continued to rise and reached its highest point in the last 40 years. Because of this, the Fed began to raise the rate by their beloved 0.75%. The inflation of the dollar led to a noticeable difference in exchange rates in banks, in various payment applications, and in P2P exchanges. After that, the well-known arbitrage was born. Perhaps, arbitrage became much more popular than NFT, because all the crooks, info-cygenics and other scammers, actively started to make videos in TikTok, showing their supposedly luxurious life and thus bred inexperienced guys who wanted the same. Oh, and how many schemes were invented. Courses, lucrative bundles with bank cards. It's just awful. But, thanks to the fact that we produced a lot of videos on this topic and constantly parsing new schemes of arbitrage, you were not cheated, and you did not lose money. We clearly showed that it is very difficult to make money on arbitrage, and considering that they can block the card and have to deal with the bank, this method of income is not worth it at all. That's why all the hype about arbitrage died down fast, and now you can hardly meet those gypsies selling their miracle bundles. Crypto had a more or less stable summer vacation, without any drops or spikes. There were no special events during the summer, and, for me personally, the summer was remembered for the discussions around the new Ethereum update, when it was supposed to go to pass. Ether fans were beating their chests and shouting that Ether would definitely fly into space after the merger. This is also a topic we haven't left out, and you've released several videos about Ethereum. Compared to the bottom of $900, Ether has recovered a little bit just because of the hype because of the update. But, after Ether went past on September 15, the price started to actively fall. After all, no one got fast and cheap transactions. And we also talked about this in our videos, so those who watched with us made money on short Ether. The end of October was significant for one popular meme coin Doge, which Elon Musk was pumping up 180% after buying Twitter. In the last days of October and early November, all eyes were on Doge and Musk, because everyone was waiting for Elon to integrate Doge into Twitter. But unfortunately, all Musk managed to do was lay off 1,000 employees and make the blue tick pay. And Elon Musk was quickly forgotten, because there was more important news on the horizon related to the bankruptcy of FTX. On November 8, events developed very quickly, and we for you as quickly as possible, a whole night preparing a video in which told what is generally happening. In November, absolutely all news feeds were flooded with discussions about Curly Sam, the FTX exchange, Binance, and Bitcoin, which broke a new bottom of $15,500. But Sam did get busted, and we even made a separate mini-movie about it. Yeah, that's the kind of gift we get from Curly on New Year's Eve. Bitcoin is having a hard time moving up to 17,000. The rest of crypto is either standing still or falling. And with that sentiment, we will have to close out the year. But, to take our mind off this negativity somehow, let's have a final award for the various categories in 2022, just like they do at the Oscars. No one bought any prizes in our contest, but if you disagree, be sure to express your opinion in the comments. So, the first nomination, titled Best, in quotes, Event of 2022. And we have 3 candidates: the collapse of Terra Luna, the transition of Ethereum to PAS, and the bankruptcy of the world's second exchange, FTX. With the advantage of 2 points, the bankruptcy of FTX, after which $32 billion disappeared without a trace in 1 week, is the winner. This event 100% deserves an award. After all, it made a noise not only in the cryptosphere, but in general all over the world. All media outlets, groups, and channels were discussing about Curly Sam and his multi-billion scam. After that, they raised the question of a total ban of crypto, which we also talked about in one of our videos. And next year, we'll clearly begin with a continued discussion of Curly Sam and the FTX bankruptcy. For the award, Sam of course couldn't come, because he has home affairs, so we'll send it to him by mail. Let's move on to the next nomination, Loser of the Year. It includes only those coins that showed the worst performance of the year. There were a lot of candidates for this place. I would even say the whole CoinMarketCap wanted to be here. but only 3 made the cut. They were the coin that was leading the way in NFT and was supposed to be worth $500. Solana, the token of the previous candidate Terra Luna, and the coin that was supposed to come out this year, the winner in the lawsuit, Ripple. Considering not only the lost value, but the awesome potential, the winner is Terra Luna, which scammed from $100, full zero. Frankly speaking, Terra had all chances to take the leading position on the market, but the king of stablecoin made a mistake somewhere, after which stablecoin went down the drain. Nevertheless, this event showed us that stablecoin might not be so stable. The next nomination, called the Leader of the Year, the coin that showed the best movement and development. Of course, we will have to choose the best of the worst. However, we also have 3 candidates. They are the most branded and our favorite coin, Polygon, the token of the most popular wallet from Trust Wallet, TUT, and fully updated Ethereum. Since Chaz and Buterin refused to pay us for advertising, Polygon becomes the leader. In our recent video, we took apart Polygon in detail, and we still consider it the best coin of 2022. It is the only coin that has pleased us throughout the year with positive news, partnerships with global brands, active price movement, and a well-deserved spot in the top 10. Matic has every chance of showing even more dynamic growth next year and breaking out of the ranks. So, we continue to invest in Polygon. And the last nomination, titled Man of the Year. The candidates are Do Kwon, the king of stable coins, Vitaly Buterin, the founder of Ethereum, Sam Bankman-Fried, a Bahamian mobster, or as he is popularly called, Curly Sam, and the monopolist Changpeng Zhao. Undeniably, by unanimous decision of the judges, Chaz is the man of the year. The man who was able to put the market on its back in 1 year. One tweet to destroy an entire stock market. And even help Elon Musk buy Twitter. Chaz has scaled his company this year by leaps and bounds, buying out everything in his path. He has certainly done a lot for the crypto industry, so the award 100 goes to him. These are the kind of winners we get this year. All other nominations, which were not announced in video, suggest in comments. We will collectively choose winners. I hope this video I was able to cheer you up a little and distract you from all the negativity that has accumulated recently. At the end, I would like to advise you to take a rest and get completely zeroed in the next week, to start the next year as fresh as possible. After all, it should be 100% better than this year. We have a lot of great ideas for next year's videos, so stay tuned, so you don't miss any. Also, post your ideas and questions in the comments. Thank you to everyone who has supported Cryptanic throughout this year. From the whole team, congratulations on the upcoming New Year's holidays. See you next year. See you soon.